Hi, my name is Julio Campis Diaz, and I was a mosaics and science intern at Yosemite National Park.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I am the planning assistant intern here at the St. Croix National Scenic Riverway in Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Hi, my name is Crystal. I'm a scientist and parks intern here at Fort Matanzas National Monument, and I'm a natural resource management assistant.
Hi, my name is Alexis Etter, and I'm a PhD student at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. But this summer, I'm a scientist and parks biology intern at Homestead National Historical Park near Beatrice, Nebraska.
We're the scientists and parks interns of Acadia.
For my project, I was helping park biologists monitor great gray owl populations through radio telemetry tracking and vegetation data and habitat assessment. For future projects, I would love to work in our national parks and conserve our freshwater ecosystems, such as streams and lakes.
The project that I am working on for my Scientist and Parks internship and with the park is to develop the Comprehensive River Management Plan, or CRMP. A CRMP is a requirement of the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act, and the purpose of the plan is to develop management direction to protect and enhance the outstandingly remarkable values of the Riverway. I help out with multiple different aspects of the plan development, including initial background research, facilitating meetings with park staff, identifying potential impacts from management actions, and evaluating current conditions. I specifically have gotten the chance to develop the protocol for monitoring of existing campsites and landings, and have even been able to go out into the field and perform some of the surveying myself.
I do sea turtle surveys every morning to check if there's any nesting on our beaches and if there's any hatchling activity as well. I also do shorebird monitoring too every week, and we look at our least tern colony, which also houses some Wilson's plovers too. I also help with monitoring for endangered species, the Anastasia beach mice here located in Anastasia Island in our park as well. And then I also help with invasive species monitoring too. And I also do interpretive programs, which I really love, to educate the public on the different parts or natural resource aspects in the park.
I'm here in Cub Creek working on a native freshwater mussel restoration project that was initiated in 2020, and since then, Park Service staff and volunteers have come back to this creek to survey to see what species are present and the abundances of each of those species. The second part of the project involves a reintroduction of two native mussel species to Cub Creek, the plain pocketbook and the fat mucket. And a subset of each of those that got restocked had pit tags, which allows us to come back year after year to see which ones grew and which ones survived, and track individuals throughout the years.
My name is Nina Foster. I'm a science communication assistant here, and I am writing about citizen science projects across the national parks this summer for nps.gov. And my favorite part of my internship is going out in the field to inform my writing, especially when I'm working with young citizen scientists.
My name is Zoe Broomba. I'm one of the ecology assistants here, and one of the projects we're working on this summer is looking at harvestable marine worms in the mudflats here in Maine, and working with local community worm diggers to kind of inform the decisions that we make. And that's been the favorite part of my position here this summer. I'm getting to work with the communities in which we're living and making sure that the science we're doing is helping everyone.
My name is Stephanie Letourneau. I'm also an ecology assistant here at Acadia. And another project that Zoe and I are working on is we're developing citizen science protocols to monitor different health indicators in the Rocky Intertidal Zone here in Acadia National Park. And we're also taking lead on the Dragonfly Mercury project. And my favorite part is being able to bring my two passions together of engaging the community in science and also marine ecology.
What really excited me and impacted me about SIP is that I was given the opportunity to explore our national parks, conserve its amazing biodiversity, and inspire other minorities in pursuing careers in our national parks, not for us, but for future generations.
And so the most impactful part of the experience for me as an intern has been my interactions with people. I feel like the planning process really facilitates that too. And so there's so many different agencies, stakeholders, and members of the National Park Service and park staff that come together to talk about and work towards preserving this outstanding resource. And I feel like that experience has been very beautiful, and I've been glad to be a part of it.
The thing that impacts me the most with SIP, I think, would be the different people that I get to work with. I work with lots of volunteers, different organizations, and with that, it's kind of just really nice to have everyone come together and be a part of something bigger.
This is something that I've really enjoyed about my time here, has been the ability to work on other projects like prairie surveys and bird surveys, and also just getting to know the general biodiversity of the prairie. It's also been super helpful to see how research works within the National Park Service and confirm that this is a sector that I would enjoy working in after graduation. So I'd really encourage anyone who has an opportunity to work in the parks to take advantage of it, and overall I've had a really great summer here.